started?
I'm ready. Are we ready?
And a 3 and a 2 and a... Welcome to Two Dope Boys in a Cadillac. My name is Julius.
I'm Paul.
That's
Ayo.
Paul.
Ayo.
Hey, how was this last week?
It was good.
Was
What about
that
you?
right?
Yeah, it was alright.
It was good.
There was a football game. I watched it. I didn't make it to Zach's party, which I heard was probably pretty fun.
Yes,
I was a lame-o, sat on the couch, ate pizza.
Our producer,
watched
Zach,
the game, but also paid attention the entire game, where most of the time at parties I don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, sort of like what we said last week. I mean, I'm tuned into the game, and the halftime, I'm not.
Well, what's funny, I was gonna say we probably have another one to add to our next list of top 5 performances. Like Rihanna
Whoa,
fucking killed
time
it.
out. You think Rihanna was top 5 for real?
She was pretty good. I mean, I
don't know.
For somebody who's not like into that style of music, like I thought she was pretty good.
I thought.
And she was pregnant. And I think nobody knew.
Hold up.
No, I think it's like confirmed now.
Oh, okay, so she is. All right. Well,
but nobody knew because Lisa's like, I didn't know she was pregnant, and then I kept seeing on Twitter like I guess she never told anybody, and she just showed up to the Super Bowl.
it's pretty obvious now, but you didn't want to like be that guy. That's the same thing. Like you have a coworker, that's a female.
Yeah.
And she's coming up a little chunky, and it's like, well, are you? You can't ask it. You know what I mean? Like
you can't ask it, but.
But as far as like top performances, I don't know.
I thought she was pretty good.
It was all right, but you know what's so funny? And I think we said it in our last episode was, how we go off on halftime to get a beer, and use the restroom, and the girls at Zach's party was so funny. Every single female, they all just like crowded around the
TV to watch. That's like what they were waiting for.
And it's like we finally got to Rihanna. Thank God. Like we don't have to like pay attention to Hurts or Mahomes or whoever the fuck it is. So, so there was that. So Super Bowl,
What'd you think?
What? No.
Did you enjoy it?
I thought it was great. It was a great game.
Fantastic.
It was awesome.
Great game.
I thought my bets were dead, because if you paid attention at all or you catch our last episode, I was very Chiefs heavy, and that first half did not make me feel good at all about the Chiefs.
Yeah.
At all, especially when Mahomes' ankle got rolled up on and he looked like he was in pain, which, by the way, I heard that he might have been hamming it up, to like throw the Eagles off. That he was like, oh my God, my ankle. When in reality, he didn't feel anything. Or he could have just had like 5 cortisone shots. And,
I think he got a cortisone shot at halftime. But he looked like he was in pain. I mean, it's.
Oh, no doubt.
If you've ever had like any kind of ligament damage.
Yeah.
Like it's painful.
For sure.
And it's something that can like ease up, and then if you aggravate it, it's just like you're right back to where you were when it was.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's. That's a tricky injury. So. So as far as my bets are concerned and enjoying the Super Bowl, I was so pumped that he was able to come back out and be halfway decent.
Yeah, and I was telling Lisa, I was watching the game with my fiance, who doesn't know a whole lot about football, but she knew I had. So my game bet was Chiefs and under 51, and I took the under because I saw it went up 1.5 points.
Yeah.
The day before the game.
Oh,
so
I know the under.
I meant to take. One of the props I wanted, though, I was like, I'm just going to throw a small bet out there on, like, over 60.5 for the game. Just forgot about it.
Damn it.
It ended up not making it. Yeah. But anyways, I had Chiefs. I was rooting for the Chiefs. I don't like the Eagles, even though they were a great team.
But
Two, I like Mahomes, man.
Were they a great team?
They went 14-3.
Against who, though? That's...
Other NFL teams.
Yeah, that are garbage. I'm sorry, but... Please, keep talking about the Super Bowl while I pull this up.
A few moments later.
We found who the Eagles
we found the Eagles schedule.
Playing against. I'm just going to name them off really quick. Lions, Vikings, Commanders, Jags, Cards, Cowboys, Steelers, Texans, Commanders, Colts, Packers, Titans, Giants, Bears, Cowboys, Saints, Giants, and then we go into the playoffs. Giants, Niners, and then obviously the Chiefs. Who out of all of that are you afraid of?
Out of all those teams, that's a soft schedule.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I mean, they can only play who's in front of them. I mean, the Cowboys were probably the best team they played, or the Niners. But I mean, the Niners also were on their
Jags
fourth, fifth
made
quarterbacks.
The playoffs, but at the time, week
Jags
4,
they were also I think 2-7 at one point.
Yeah.
The Jags were, and then they ended up finishing the season 8-9.
All
Or
I'm saying
9-8,
is the Chiefs. I'm sorry, the Eagles. They're frauds. They're absolute frauds.
I don't know if I'd call them frauds. I don't
Total
really agree
frauds.
with that.
Just clear-cut frauds. You know what's really funny too is that they set are tied. I think the all-time sacks for a team in a season, right? But again, look at the quarterbacks and the offensive lines they were going against all year. And I get it. They don't set their schedule. They don't do that. That's not on them, okay? They just play who's in front of them. But who they played was absolute garbage. And I'm sorry, any team that you got in the AFC, they're going to do a lot better than...
Yeah, I agree. The NFC was weak.
Super weak.
The AFC is a gauntlet. Like, the AFC has at least 3 solid Super Bowl contenders the last few years.
Totally.
And it could be more. I mean, and there's more. And there's the Jags are there. The Chargers are there.
Absolutely.
You know, like both those teams are probably like a step or two away from being contenders.
Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, as far as the bets are concerned, you know, the props, we talked about it, was it last week? No, it's 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
That's right, because there's 2 weeks until the Super Bowl. But some props that I brought up. You know, the Eagles, they come out hot early in the first half, and they cool off in the second. So I said bet them early. Bet them that they're going to win.
That was kind of their MO all year.
And it happened. So the first quarter, they tied. So that one I lost because they were a half-point favorite. So I lost that one. But I won the second quarter because they won that. And what happened? Third, fourth quarter, Chiefs got the lead on those. So I took that down. I said less than 5.5 sacks.
Good bet.
That one.
Was there any sacks?
I think there was
One maybe? I know Mahomes didn't get sacked.
Mahomes did not
Which
get sacked.
had to be a huge disappointment for the Eagles, seeing as how he was hobbled.
Yeah.
They had, like you said, the record for sacks. So they were going for like
Okay, so right there, does that not like prove my argument? They set the regular season record for sacks, yet they didn't sack a one-legged quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. Does that not scream fraud? I'm sorry, fraud. So,
but Mahomes was also far and away the best quarterback they played all year.
Oh yeah, I mean, like,
Far and
let's
away.
see, out of all these quarterbacks,
And did they change their defensive scheme to go up against him?
I mean, yeah, that's a good question. You know, but one thing, the reason
Because
why
I didn't really see them blitz all that much.
the reason why I thought this was a great bet is that I trusted Mahomes would get rid of the ball, he wouldn't get sacked, and I trusted that Hurts would use his legs and not get sacked,
right,
and that's exactly what happened. So that's why it was a good bet. Nobody would score more than 3 times in a row. That one hit. I knew that wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to be a blowout. As much as the Eagles are frauds, yes, they did still get to the Super Bowl, and yes, they did win games to get there. So as far as that is concerned, they are somewhat capable. You know, so I didn't think it was going to be a blowout on as far as like the Chiefs side. You know, so 3 times in a row, that's a lot. You know, for a team to score points. You know, field goal, field goal, touchdown. However you want to say it. You know, I knew that was going to happen. Kelsey scored a touchdown. I knew that one was going to hit. That was awesome.
First touchdown for the Chiefs.
Yep. So overall, I threw down a total of 24 bets for the Super Bowl, and I hit 14 of them for 58%. And if you're any kind of sports gambler, the number that you're looking for is 55% to make money. So, hey, I made a couple bucks.
You should be a handicapper.
Well, I made a couple bucks.
You're wasting your time here.
What about yourself?
I hit one prop.
That's
and
it?
that was 2-point conversion. And what's funny...
Oh, yeah. Got that one.
What's funny is I had...
I hit that too.
So
Did you? Nice. Zach hit that one too.
I also had, in the app, I had all my bets lined up, and I took one off.
Okay.
The one I took off was Eagles to score first, Chiefs to win the game.
Oh, brutal.
Because I didn't think, I was like, if the Chiefs win, they're probably coming out hot.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I also didn't think that both offenses were, usually like offenses are more tight at the beginning of Super Bowls or like big games like that.
And
defenses
that's exactly what happened, yeah.
And it was the opposite. I was wrong. Hey,
Well,
I suck at betting,
but
it's fun.
I did throw down the team to score first would not win. And because I was so heavy on the Eagles to come out hot, I was like, well, then that one makes sense. You know,
Yeah,
like I
for
feel they're
sure.
going to score first, which they did. And they did not score last, which also happened. But other than that, great game. Awesome. Really exciting.
Bad ending.
I mean, you don't like the ending?
Well, I mean, I like the result. the ending, like as far as the late penalty.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's a penalty, like technically it is, but they weren't really calling it all game. I kind of think like just be consistent with how you're calling.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
of
but somebody,
course.
I think I sent it to you guys. Somebody tweeted out like the writers for the Super Bowl script, the Game of Thrones writers, like they write a masterpiece and it just ends like shit. Like they don't know how it ended.
That's
It's like, fuck, you know what, dude? I don't
yeah.
know. Like we got a tied game with 1 minute left. Like, fuck, penalty, dude.
End it. Penalty.
Penalty.
That's it. That's how they win.
Let the Chiefs kneel out the clock and kick a
It
field
was
goal.
the Game of Thrones ending. Oh my God, I can't believe that. No, I will say all right, the penalty, yes, we know it all sucks, but you know, at the end
Here's
of the
the
day,
thing,
it is a penalty.
Yeah,
It's a
the thing is that
penalty.
people saying like the refs handed the game to the Chiefs. Like,
No,
they didn't.
No.
No, they didn't.
No way.
Because
No.
the Chiefs were still going to kick a field goal there.
yeah. Well, one thing that really stood out to me was, all right, the things that destroyed the Eagles. Number one, the fumble. Okay,
Yeah,
that fumble touchdown run back, that was huge. And then not only that, but it was in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter just started. The Chiefs took the lead by 1. The Eagles get the ball. What did they do? They did
Three and out,
nothing.
3 and out, right?
3 and out. And that
was their only 3 and out of the game, I think.
And they gave the ball back to the Chiefs, and what did? They took it down the fucking field and they scored. You know, so to me, that is right there. Like, you want to talk about teams elevating themselves and being above the rest? That was that moment. It was right there, like
so
that they could have done it.
I was telling Lisa, she was like, "Oh, the Eagles are gonna win, blah blah," because it was 10 points at halftime. I'm like, "No, the Eagles should be up by 21 right now."
They should have.
They should have been up by 21.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they had the time of possession in the first half was like 23 minutes to 7 minutes,
Oh,
something
yeah.
crazy
Well,
like
you
that.
know, like, you
and
look
I
at
told
the
her,
team stats.
well, I told her, I said, I was like, what you can't do with guys like Patrick Mahomes
Mm-hmm.
and like, you know, Brady, guys like that are all-time greats, like you can't leave them an opening because
No.
they will take advantage. And I said, if the Chiefs score the opening drive of the second half, like it's a new game.
This is totally
It's a new game, and that's what. Not only did they score, they had like a 6-minute possession.
Right.
They established the running game. Andy Reid figured out a hole in the Eagles defense.
Yeah.
Both passing touchdowns
But-
by Mahomes in the second half were the exact same play
But
on opposite sides.
I know, and we've seen that over and over on the the stations. But come on, man! At halftime, with Mahomes with a bum leg, you weren't thinking that. Like, you could not possibly. I was not thinking that. Like, and I had all this money on the Chiefs too. Like, when I saw his ass hobbling off the field,
Yeah.
in absolute pain, I'm like, there's no way this is happening. Like, there's like, Mahomes.
I don't know
did
though.
not,
I
but
thought
he
that
was
I mean,
equalized,
is
like-
obviously it's gonna affect him, but at the same time, he was still as good as he is when the play breaks down and using his feet,
Yeah.
using his legs. He was still the #1 pocket passing quarterback in the NFL this season.
With fresh legs. Come on, you've thrown a ball. You need both your legs to
Yeah.
throw the damn thing. Like, and you know what's so funny? I don't know the stats. I gotta look this up. But did he complete a pass more than 20 yards? I think these were all. You
I
talk a lot of
that I
shit
don't
about
know.
Tom Brady and the little dump and dips. That's how Mahomes got down the field, dumping and dipping, and relying on the run
Right?
game.
It works. I also give Brady.
worked.
I also give Brady for credit for figuring out
It
what
worked.
his best strength was throwing the ball 5 yards, and it worked for 20 years.
It so worked. All right. So, my God.
Just real quick before we wrap up the Super Bowl talk,
Yeah.
just to get into like a little bit of what we're witnessing with Patrick Mahomes at 27 years old. His career playoff stats to this point: 10-3 record, 2 Super Bowl wins,
Yeah.
2 Super Bowl MVPs.
Okay.
He has 35 passing touchdowns to 7 interceptions, a 107.4 passer rating.
Holy shit.
Just to put that in perspective,
Hall of
the
Famer.
most accomplished
5-year
quarterback,
Hall of Famer.
the most accomplished quarterback of all time, at the same age, had 6 touchdown passes in the playoffs.
Wow. Unbelievable.
6. 6.
Um,
Not that Mahomes is going to surpass all Brady's records, but he's definitely on court. Like, if he retired tomorrow, he's a Hall of Famer.
I'm so. You know what? I was sick of
Talk
Brady.
that shit, Paul.
I was
He is.
sick of Brady from I don't know, probably like 10 years ago. The motherfucker's been around for so long.
Yeah.
And that
too, but-
Mahomes Brady Super Bowl, I was so hoping would be like that moment
that was
where
just
it's
such a
like,
fucking dud.
bitch, back up, new school in here. But Brady somehow they won that game and
gave
him number 7.
The perfect word for Tom Brady. It took me a while to finally just admit it. Like, dude, this guy's the best ever. The perfect word was inevitable. Down by 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, you did not think that he was losing the game.
Yeah.
You thought he was still going to win.
I mean, I really don't want to talk about fucking Brady, but I will say this.
That's all we got to talk about.
Mahomes, with his age and where he's at, I mean, I hope he takes over the throne because, give me Mahomes
I think
over Brady.
he's already taken the throne of best quarterback in the league.
Well, I'll tell you.
He's also the best I've ever seen.
Listen, I'll tell you what throne he has taken over is Aaron Rodgers. Go fuck yourself in the cabin, you little bitch. Like, Mahomes is better than you. He's only been in the league as a starter for 5 years. While you go, take some more peyote in the fucking, middle of nowhere and not knowing what the hell you're going to do. No one cares, Rodgers, by the way. No one cares.
Don't tell him. It's a major shot to his ego.
No one gives a shit. All right. I think we're ready for our next segment. You ready for that?
Yeah. Let's do what do we think is going to happen? 2023 season.
Hold on. We gotta get to the Costanza. Let's get nuts.
Oh yeah, we're going to get nuts. Bold predictions for 2023. Let's get nuts.
All right. Want to get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts.
All right, 2023 NFL predictions.
Well, is it 23 or 24?
What's the 2023 season?
It's hard to say.
The regular season that will take place in 2023. The one that starts in September this year.
23 is all right. Let's get nuts. Bold predictions. Where you at?
All right, so my bold predictions for this year. Upcoming season, I made a typo here on this. Okay, AFC. In the AFC.
Don't read the typo.
In the AFC, my bold prediction is AFC.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Listen, AFC. All right, the Browns are going to win the
AFC
North.
Whoa!
They're going to win the AFC North and win a
getting
playoff
nuts.
game.
We're getting nuts.
That's called Let's Get Nuts. We're getting nuts.
Are you thinking that what's his name, Lamar Jackson, is not going to be in the same division?
It's a question mark, but
what? That's the only way you would go with Brownies winning that division. Come on now.
It's a bold prediction.
It's a bold prediction. Okay, all right, we're getting nuts.
I also think the Ravens are like a very average team. Like Lamar's a stud, but they're an average team.
I mean, okay, all right. I'm not hating. Go on. What else do you have?
Okay, my NFC bold prediction is the Lions are going to win 10-plus games.
Whoa.
And they're going to make it to the NFC title game.
Whoa! Oh my God. That's insane.
The Lions got dudes on offense.
Okay.
They're a couple of good defensive players away from being. They went 9-8 this year, and they also the best team in that division was the Vikings. They were a better team than the Vikings. You want to talk about frauds? You're calling the Eagle frauds. The Vikings were probably the biggest fraud in NFL history.
The
win
Eagles
13 games.
Were just as much as frauds as the Vikings. I'll say that. But go on.
But the Eagles won their playoff games.
Yeah.
The Vikings,
the
Vikings at home.
The Giants and the Niners with a third string and fourth string quarterback.
But hey, that same Giants team the week before went into Minnesota and fucking
beat the shit
destroyed
out of
the Vikings. So I think biggest fraud of the season crown goes to the fucking Vikings.
The biggest fraud of the NFL season was the NFC. That was
honestly,
it was just the
pretty
NFC.
much. It's the NFC in general.
Okay, so you got the Lions. Wow.
Winning 10-plus games. I think more. They won 9 games this year, so that's not even that bold of a prediction. Maybe they'll win 12, maybe 12-5.
They'll get better.
They got better as the season went on. So.
I like that trying to figure out teams as far as comparing next year to this year is who's going to do better and who's going to regress. You know what I mean? I think the Jaguars, they're kind of I think they're going to do really good. You know what I mean? You want to talk about
I think Trevor Lawrence is the real deal.
I think Trevor Lawrence is going to do good. They got Etienne. And don't forget their coach. I mean,
Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson is legit. So the Jaguars right now on some bullshit website, I don't even know what this is, they're plus 3,500. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, plus 3,500 to win the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. That's not horrible. That's not a horrible bet. Let's see. The Chargers.
It would be it's not horrible, but they're also in the AFC. That's the tough thing with them is they
got to go against the Bengals. They got to go against the Bills. They got to go against the Chiefs. But you talk about who's going to get better and who's going to regress. The Bills, they're going to regress. I'm sorry.
I also think so.
They're a great team, but damn it, you could only be this good for so long until you regress, unless you have someone like Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Okay,
Yes.
so with the Bills, they're not. Josh Allen is good. Okay, he's really good. Now, is he Pat Mahomes good? TBD. But as far as like the coaching is concerned, no. I think it's McDermott, I believe, is the coach for the Bills. Anywho, he's not as good as Andy Reid. I'm sorry, okay? Like, the cat doesn't have as much under the belt as Andy Reid, and I'm not talking about cheeseburgers. I'm talking about the actual games.
Andy Reid is the best coach in the league other than Belichick. Super Bowl recap, NFL predictions, done. So some other stuff that went on this weekend.
Awesome.
Philly was in the Super Bowl, so we got a nice dose of Philly fans doing
That's
crazy
right.
shit. So we're going to watch
We're going to pull it
and
up
react.
real quick. All right. So Philly
Here we
fans.
go. I believe this upcoming clip was before the game even happened.
I think so. Let me just make sure we're good here. Yes, we are.
Here we go.
Philly fans, before the game, I can only imagine.
Yeah, that seems about right.
All crowded around what is that, a Corolla?
Doesn't matter.
They
Hope that
flipped
guy's got insurance.
You know what's so funny is that they're cheering this on like having 20 guys flip a car, like that's a big deal. No, that's not a big deal. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's actually
It's like
kind of
game's
easy.
about to, yeah, Philly fans at work
All right.
the next day.
Philly fans, after losing the Super Bowl. Fuck this. Fuck you.
We all know him. We all know guys like that.
Oh, that last was good. Is this real or is this staged? And I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen this, but
I'm
this
pretty
guy
sure it
losing
was
his
real.
shit. Okay. So,
It's good.
boom.
That looks real. I have to mention
Go ahead.
one thing that's been a burning question in my head. Like,
Please do.
look at where the TV is just on a mantle that's like not even like 6 inches deep.
Yeah. Well,
Like
there's
that thing
that.
was gonna come down anyways.
Another thing too is that the sticker is still on there, so it's like it seemed like a newer TV, which is that makes sense for the Super Bowl. But you know what really cracked me up with this video?
They
was
probably
like
wanted to return it.
how
after the
much
game.
his feet were like sliding around. It's like he was on ice skates. It's like no. Oh man. Okay, so is it me or did he really do that? Did the Eagles head coach flip off the Chiefs? I'm sorry. It looks like he did. And Jalen Hurts is like, nah, dude, what the fuck are you doing? This is the head coach. Like, they're frauds, dude. They're so
what a
frauds. Okay, here we go. What a cannon. Last play of the game. And you know, the Cowboys got a lot of shit about the last play of their season. But this was Hurts. What did he get? Did he get 40 yards on that?
Threw it.
Let's see.
He launches it from
Is
about
that the 30?
about the 30,
40, 56, yeah, it's about 50 yards.
50 yards
By
in
the
the
way,
air.
I looked it up. That's about 20 feet further than if you were at the baseline of a basketball court and you threw it 20 feet further than the edge of that. That's how far Hurts threw it. Not very far.
I feel like his arm's got to be better than that.
Not
like,
on that play.
Not on that play, no, definitely
I think that's what we were all saying though. When Hurts did it, it was like the last play of the game, like, oh my God, what are they gonna do? And then he's like, he winds up and it's just like this. It's like, oh
Yeah.
man, what was that? No, that
I remember
wasn't
seeing
very
even the Philly receivers were like running back up the field, like, oh fuck.
good. Oh shit.
All right, so another event that also took place in Arizona, in Scottsdale.
Yes, yes, the forgotten
The
event.
Waste Management Open, also known as Waste Management Open. Anybody who follows golf knows that this is like probably the most fun
It is party town.
golf. Yeah, it's like a party. It's not like a real golf tournament, but it is a real golf tournament.
It is a real
There's
golf
real
tournament
professional golfers golfing.
with hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line, and
millions.
yet
It's like $2 million if you win.
it's just a party city. So on the 16th hole, they built
like a stadium.
They built like a stadium for a golf hole, like which is so unheard of with seats and everything. And these guys are losing it, and it happens every single year. They just lose their shit. And you know what's really funny too? What cracks me up about this tournament is that it's the Waste Management Tournament. Like, what is Waste Management? It's
Open,
fucking garbage. It's a garbage company. Like, so it's the garbage company tournament.
It's become the biggest party in golf.
Biggest party in golf. Let's see what's going on over here.
Let's see what happens at this tournament.
Oh my God. Okay, so I thought this was a golf tournament. All right, so we got some girls. There's a DJ.
It's like a nice nightclub. Some old guy like macking on some.
And then we got.
This guy's like, where the fuck am I?
The fuck did I sign up for? Like, okay, Gravity, the great equalizer. All right, so here we go. This cat, Jesus Christ. You know what's funny about this one is that you can tell which direction the Earth is spinning because of how this guy is like fighting it. He's just fighting gravity right now. It's like, oh God. He gets a couple steps. Oh, maybe I got it. Wait a minute.
I got it.
Wait, watch out for that ramp.
Oh, almost got there.
Oh, this guy. You know what's so funny too? We talk about golf. Like, the reason why golf, I think, gets some hate is that there's just some fucking douchebags that play golf. This guy is the epitome of the golf douchebag. He's wearing like sailor shoes with no socks.
Yeah.
In Arizona, you know, and then he's got his golf shirt. Fucking, you know what's really funny about this too is that his mind can only handle one thought. You know, it's just one thought at a time. And once he thought about a second thing, oh, whoa. All right, golf sorority versus tennis sorority. Now, you tell me which you would prefer as far as the females are concerned. So here's the golf sorority.
I believe that's the 16th hole, by the way.
No, this is the 16th hole, yes. Boom.
Yes.
And that's the thing, too, where you, like, slam 2 canned beers and just shake it down. Oh, you know what really cracks me up about this, too, is that they start chanting USA.
Yeah.
And so, real quick, on this, what I find funny about the chanting, pause that real quick, is you know what's really funny about Americans is that you could chant just about anything. If you have like a crowd of people, you could chant just about anything, and I guarantee they're just going to start chanting.
Especially when they're all drunk.
Like if you just go, shrimp fried rice, shrimp fried rice, shrimp fried rice. I guarantee you're going to have like tens of people just going nuts about that. So, all right, so here's the tennis sorority. 2021, sees the camera on her, grabs the beer, just starts chugging. Bam!
Right, she's cool.
And then the next year. So this is what I find funny about this one, is that she classed it up a little bit. She bought a nice dress, and she upgraded her boyfriend. I don't know if you caught that one, but yeah, that's a different guy.
Can't wait to see who's she going to be with next year.
And of course, the true American hero.
This was the highlight of the Waste Management Open this year.
Waste Management. Oh, God, look at that.
So this guy, I think, started on the 16th hole, and I'm pretty sure he made it all the way to the 17th hole in the water before he got caught.
Unbelievable. He's got the mullet going, the leopard skin, you know.
I'll try to find a picture of it to put in here, but on his back, right above his ass, it says 19th hole with an arrow pointed to his asshole.
Oh, God. That's just, you know, I should have known that. Like, I should have known that's exactly where that was going. And then...
But this is pretty much par for the course. Golf on par for the course for the Waste Management Open.
And then the mug shot. This pure gold mug shot.
So, speaking of golf, real quick before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
You said you watched a little bit of Full Swing on Netflix?
Full Swing's on Netflix. I think it's awesome. I am loving every episode.
Yeah.
I love how it's shot.
Pretty cool.
I love the in-depth with the players. This is going to win awards. I can't wait to watch the next episode.
Just seeing them working on their game, like their preparation, and how they get pissed and how they struggle.
Yes.
Goes to show you just how fucking difficult that game is.
Well, and I don't want to give away too much because we're definitely going to talk about this next episode, but golf is such a mental game. You know, like I know
100%.
these guys like try to stay in shape, but every single one of them, what do they say? It's all up here.
The ball isn't moving. It's just sitting there.
Exactly, yeah. So
it's not like hitting a baseball.
Can't wait to dive into that one and whatever else is coming up next week. You got anything else, Paul?
I think that's it. I mean, I'm going to watch more Full Swing. I'm like halfway through it, so I'm going to finish that. We got The Last of Us coming up. A couple more, 4 episodes left. I like it so far.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe us. And comments, anything you think we need to do better, do less, do more, please tell us.
Tell us that we suck. Tell us that we're great.
We want to hear it. So again, thank you so much. Have a good week, folks.